Hey guys, it's postboxpat. Welcome back to a brand new video, and apologies for not uploading in the last few days with some of the crazy news which has been going on. As always guys, I have been working on my creative map. We're doing some testing over there. I will link at the end of this video something for you guys where you can come and help me test some stuff. But for now, let's jump into this and go over a bunch of stuff which is going on in the Fortnite community. There is so much going on, and I cannot wait to show you guys what we have. So first little piece of news we've got is quite a little bit with some of the information on up and coming skins and that. So apparently there is a rumors that one of the up and coming skins could be the Carnage collaboration. So a rumor a Carnage skin could be coming in the game very soon in the next few months. This was stated by a source apparently, and it just basically is going to be coming into the game to be part of the new Venom movie in September. It wouldn't surprise me overall if this did come into the game, and it would be a pretty obvious collaboration for Fortnite. It's not 100% guaranteed, but you never actually know. So yeah, I think it's a pretty cool one, and one that we should all together be excited about. Now there was a huge leak today, and to be honest, I honestly don't know if I believe this or not, because a lot of the stuff in this list is just kind of just already been talked about in the past, or kind of just obvious. But let's go over it, because this apparently is what's going to be happening in Fortnite for the next few months, all the way up to chapter 3. Who knows if it's going to be real or not, but this came out around earlier this morning, and it's got a bunch of leaks in over on the Reddit side. So apparently there will be an Ariana Grande concert inside of Fortnite very soon. Again, I don't know if I believe that or not. It was also rumored a while ago and in the lawsuit and stuff, so you know, it would make sense for another artist, Ariana probably being one of the main ones Fortnite would get. There's also a few other artists you could imagine taking that sort of spot, like Travis's kind of size. So on that sort of level, yeah, it's a reality. It possibly could happen. Will it happen or not? It's a question we'll have to just wait and see. Again, I can't 100% believe these. Also, another quite obvious one they mentioned here is members of the Justice League and Suicide Squad will be added to the game. That again is quite an obvious one. We've already got a bunch of Marvel and DC characters in the game. We know that Aquaman's in here. We've got Batman. We've got Harley Quinn. We can expect more on that sort of line, especially with films releasing and DC stuff. So, you know, it's quite obvious that as well overall. Epic is currently trying out trying to get the Naruto for Season 8's Battle Pass, apparently. Again, I don't know about that. We saw it in, I believe it was in the lawsuit or something like that, and it's quite a predictable one as well, because he's been in a few collaborations and that. So again, it would make sense for something like that. Maybe not the Battle Pass, but who knows? You just never know with that sort of stuff. Also, upcoming seasons and chapter news. So apparently the cube will return at the end of Season 7, controlled by an unknown Queen character that will play part in chapter 3. Now, if this is true, if we do see this happen at the end of Season 7, it would be amazing for the storyline, and I think it'd be great. I don't know if this would happen or not. I have been predicting a while that the dark matter is controlled by the IO team, and I keep saying this, and I know, I think it was in the comments or in a voice channel, someone was like, Pat, stop going on about your dark matter theory or something like that. I just remember some guys like that, like, Pat, you know, you're completely wrong with this one. But I was there like, you know, no, I think, you know, this theory is actually really understandable, and again, no one has really covered it, that IO control the dark matter. I still believe to this day that that is the case, and again, if the cube was to return and be controlled by some sort of Queen character, then possibly we could actually expect maybe the Queen character to be someone part of IO, who are on the outside of the loop controlling obviously the IO's element, the dark element or dark matter, which they would use to like control the cube around the map, which would make perfect sense. It would also possibly see off the aliens if they had something, maybe not the cube itself, but maybe something else made of the dark element that could possibly defeat the aliens. We'd have to wait and see. Again, can't guarantee it, but it would be a great topic if they added it in. Also, another little topic on this list was the chapter 3 redesign for the map. That is quite an obvious one, you know, chapter 2, brand new map, chapter 3, obviously new map design, similar to the originals, but with different POIs and stuff. Also, apparently, the location of the 7 will be revealed in chapter 3. That's an interesting one. I personally don't know if they have a location where they come from, but maybe they have like a home city or a hometown, a bit like Asgard with Thor and that. So maybe it'll be something similar to that, but with the 7. So I think that would be kind of a nice little touch. Also, Season 8 will include something called the Sideways, similar to the Stranger Things release monsters into the game. Will release monsters into the game, similar to Stranger Things / will release monsters into the game. Not too sure exactly how that will work, but sounds pretty exciting, and monsters will release into the game. That would be pretty cool as well. We'd have to wait and see what that is. Also, a rideable monsters / mechs will come into the island at some point, possibly not this season. So Mechs would definitely make a return. I can imagine rideable animals or monsters being a thing as well, because we are kind of heading towards that slowly. If you look closely, the way NPCs are transitioning, we're getting less and less NPCs, but more and more other items like aliens or UFOs or, you know, raptors, wolves. You know, NPCs have decreased in the last few seasons, so that would make perfect sense on that side. Now that's it for all of the topics on that leak on Reddit. Overall, I believe that this is quite easily predictable, and I think a lot of people could predict this from all the stuff we've been covering for a long time. I think overall, you know, I think anyone could really say most of these. The most interesting ones that stand out to me is the cube returning and possibly a incoming kind of monsters that are rideable, I think, and the location of the 7. I think them overall, and even the sideway thing, all that sort of stuff is more important than the previous stuff. I think the previous stuff is kind of predictable. I also missed one out, actually. Season 8 will actually include an explosive new weapon. Now, I'm not too sure exactly what that would be, but apparently, yeah, we'd have to wait and see. So yeah, there's everything on that side. Also, Fortnite did release a few other pieces which were kind of cool. So apparently there's going to be a new Batman/Fortnite comic called the One Shot comic, which will include a variety of different pages, over 40 different pages. It'll have a bunch of brand new series, which is obviously jumping into some Fortnite lore again. I don't know if it'll be as closely tied to the Fortnite lore this time, or rather than just a spin, but it will include outfits with the comic again, and also take place in Gotham City this time. If you thought Batman/the Fortnite saga was over, think again. It only gets bigger from here. So this apparently is what it's going to be. I'm really excited for it. I love that they're doing like comics in this, and obviously it really does sell well. It's quite obvious that, because if you can buy a comic and get a reduced price on a skin, you're going to do that over than buy the skin in the game. So that's one reason why these comics sell well, because people buy them for the cosmetics, which is obviously why they're selling so well as for the story. Personally, I have not read my comics too much yet. I will look into it for the storyline stuff. I am working on some storyline videos. I've looked over them, but I've not like fully studied them, but I will be doing that soon. But it generally overall is exciting, but I don't know how many people actually read them or just buy them for the cosmetics. Let me know if you just bought a comic for the cosmetics and didn't read it, or did you actually read it? I don't see why not. Like, you may as well read it. They're only really short, but just let me know, like, did you, because personally I redeemed the cosmetics first and haven't, you know what I mean, like, rather than, so I have read the comics but not fully, but I won't really, like, you know, when I first get them, I won't choose to read first. I choose to redeem over than read. I don't know if that's the same with yous. Let me know. Also, an interesting one that Fortnite did post today was talking about the new looting system in the heat of the battle. So this is going to be really cool. So this is the preferred item slot kind of system, which hopefully will be introduced in the next update. This option will allow you to kind of switch between different weapons instantly in your item/inventory slot, where you can kind of pre-save what weapons you would like to be added in here. So if you have certain weapons, they will swap out always for that slot, which is kind of neat. I think obviously everyone will take an AR and a shotgun, and the rest would be up to your customizable option in that game, I guess, and heals also would deserve their own slot. Now, I don't know how this would work with Fortnite Creative. For someone that's been really getting into Fortnite Creative recently, I don't know how this would kind of interact with that, because obviously on Fortnite Creative there's a lot more items than just the standard ones, and sometimes on certain maps you might want people to have 2 shotguns, or you might want people to have 2 SMGs for certain reasons. So I don't know how this is going to integrate with like the forced inventory on creative, because you can force items into people's inventories, and I wonder if it'll drop items if they have it on here. I hope this is just a setting for BR only and not creative, but who knows exactly what they're going to do. You just never know. Fortnite, you just never know where these things are going to get implemented, I guess. But that's going to be it for today's video. I really do hope you guys have enjoyed and got a lot of knowledge of the up and coming stuff in the world of Fortnite. We've got some really exciting things happening, so make sure you are staying tuned for them. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and once again, this is postboxpat signing out.